All right.
Hey, sports fans! In honor of the second major of the year, it's PGA weekend. And guess what? It's going to be a Mulligan show. You know why? Because PB wants to do a Mulligan on his NBA picks now that it's all teed up and he can hit it out of the park off the tee. Here we go, fans. PB, tell the fans that don't know, what's a Mulligan?
It's when you make a bad shot and you get a do-over.
There we go. So PB's going to get a do-over on his NBA playoff picks because apparently he wasn't happy with them last week. We'll talk about that momentarily. Speaking of Mulligans, who do you like in the PGA this weekend?
I don't know. Is Koepka playing?
Yes, he is.
All
He's actually in second place, PB. Now you ask. Good segue.
right. I'm going to go with Brooks Koepka then.
All right. I picked DJ before the event because I don't like Mulligans, so I'm going to stick with DJ, although I think he might not even make the cut. But anyways. All right. Hey, another Mulligan. This week we had not one, but two no-nos in baseball, PB. That makes 6 for the year. The record is 7 in the modern era, 8 all-time in baseball. 1894 is when they had 8. PB, you're on record last week of saying there will not be a perfect game because the hitters are much better this year. Do you want a Mulligan?
I'm not going to take a mulligan on that one. No.
Whoa, hang on, a little DYK for you. You said the hitters are so much better. Guess what? They are hitting a league history worst 236 at this point in time. It's projected to be the worst ever in the modern era with 9.2 Ks per 9-inning game. You sure you don't want a Mulligan?
I'm sure. I'm good.
Right.
Sticking with my guns.
Hey, by the way, after that perfect no-hitter last weekend by you-know-who, Wade, Softball League, Beer League, MVP Miley, we're up to 6, right? I don't know. I think we'll get another one this week and break the all-time record before the month of June. We'll see. All right.
All right.
PB, hey, by the way, I got to ask you a question. Hockey, you want to stick with your picks on that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right.
Sticking with my guns there.
Why? Let me ask you a question. We're in the 4th game right now. Actually, the Caps and Bruins are right now just dropped the puck. They're facing off. Why is the North only played 1 game and it's already up to the 4th game in the Caps and Bruins? What's happening up the North?
I couldn't hear you, Russ. I'm sorry.
I said up north, the Montreal, the Canadian teams have only played 1 game, yet the Bruins Capitals are going to game 4. What happened? What happened up there?
I think they had to wait for the Canucks, even though they weren't in it. I think they had to wait for the Canucks to play out their season before they could start their playoffs. So that's why. And surprisingly, Montreal won that game 1 last night.
Yes.
And I don't have Toronto. Neither of us have Toronto coming out of that division. And you got Winnipeg and Edmonton. Edmonton's your pick to go to the Cup, and I got Winnipeg coming out of that division. Winnipeg's up 1-0 on them, so I like that.
Yes. Hey, by the way, the Bruins and Caps, they're on a record streak. They played 12 straight playoff games, 1 goal separating them. And I looked up the history. They've now played 10 out of 16 of the last games they played in the playoffs have gone to overtime, including 3 in a row in this series, right?
Yeah, they're closely matched. All 3 of those games have been great. Bruins went down 1-0, but then they came back. That was a big, big win in game 2 in Washington to be able to tie that series back. And then, of course, coming back home and winning game 3 is huge. They're in the driver's seat right now for that series.
Yes, they win tonight for sure. All right, so you stick with your picks. Your picks are, give it to fans again. What's your picks for the NHL Stanley Cup?
Well, I have the Bruins coming out of that, so they would have to beat the winner of the Islanders and Penguins. I have the Penguins winning. I think we both picked the Islanders to win that series in an upset, but you have the Islanders coming out of that division.
I do.
But I get the Bruins coming out. And the other one, I hit Carolina in short order. I think that's still going to happen. I think the Tampa-Florida winner can beat Carolina, even though Carolina is the number 1 seed. The big question is going to be, who is that going to be? I thought Florida was done when they went down 2-0 at home. They had to go into Tampa. They were losing 5-3 last night going into the 3rd period, and they tied that game and then won it in overtime. That could be a momentum shifter for the Panthers. I'm still expecting that series to go 7, and that 7th game would be back in Florida. So I'm not giving up on the Panthers just yet. And I got the Panthers. I get the
Wait a minute.
Panthers and Bruins meeting in the playoffs to go to the Cup.
Wait a minute, PB, aren't all the games in Florida? Tampa and Florida?
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. They're called the Florida Panthers, so I think Florida. But yeah,
I get it. All right, hey, let's move on quickly. Let's go. All right, so on the other side, you got in the North, you're sticking with Winnipeg.
I'm sticking with Winnipeg. I think either Winnipeg or Edmonton will beat Toronto. Toronto should still win that series. And then you got the Vegas Knights and Colorado were my other two. I got Colorado coming out of that division. You have the Knights coming out of that division. Knights did drop their first game. They've won 2 straight since, so they should be safe in that first. And Colorado is just going to smoke St. Louis. So it's going to be Colorado and Vegas definitely in the next round in that division. And that's going to be probably the best series of the playoffs potentially.
I would agree. By the way, Toronto has not beaten the Canadiens, Les Habs, since 1967 in the playoffs. So I don't know. Good luck.
Wow. Interesting.
All right. We go with NHL. Anything else from the NHL?
No, let's move on to the NBA. The final playing game tonight.
I know you want to do a little mulligan. You had to have your ball on the tee for this. There you go. Give me your West. Who do you like in the West? Tell me, walk through. We got Utah playing Golden State. The Clippers playing Dallas in one of the games. Well, Utah should play Golden State if Golden State wins tonight. I think they will. But
yeah. I mean, I'm still sticking with what I had in my first round. I mean, I don't know if I had everything, if they all match up the way that we thought from last week, but I'm still liking, the Lakers to beat Phoenix. I think Phoenix can win that series. I want Phoenix to win that series. I picked Phoenix well this year. I think I had them as a 3 seed from the beginning of the season. But the Lakers just scam me. In a 7-game series, I really think the Lakers are the team to beat there. Has the 2 seed. Utah, I would love to see Golden State come in and upset Utah. That would be fun to see too. You could have these 7 and 8 seeds both potentially winning their series. The 3-6 matchup. The 3-6 matchup is what? Is that Clippers and
Dallas?
Clippers and Dallas, like the Clippers there. We got the Clippers going to the finals, I think, both of us.
Right.
And then your 4-5 is who?
You've got Denver and Portland.
Yeah, I get Denver. I get Denver there too. I'm sticking with I don't need a mulligan. I don't need a mulligan in the NBA. I really don't, because I still have Denver and the Clippers playing to go to the championship with the Clippers winning. I'm sticking to that.
Denver and the Clippers. All right, I got Clippers Lakers with Clippers winning it.
Okay, well, we both got the Clippers.
All right, let's go over the East. Philly plays Indiana, who won last night in the 8 versus 9 or 9 versus 10, whatever the heck it was. But anyways, Indiana's in the 8th seed now playing Philly. Who do you like there?
Yeah, I mean, I do like Philly, although that series could go deeper than people think. I wouldn't be surprised if that series goes 7. But I think Philly prevails in the end.
Then you got the Knicks playing Atlanta in that same bracket.
Yeah, Knicks strong down the stretch. I got to go Knicks on that one.
I like the Knicks too, as well as Philly on that one. All right. Then you got Milwaukee versus Miami down in the lower bracket. Who do you like there?
Yeah, this is where the kind of the mully comes in, right? Because we had them seeded differently, and I think we both had the Bucks and Heat meeting in the Eastern Conference Finals, right, to get to the finals. And now that can't happen. They're playing in the first round. Those could be 2 of the best or 2 of the hottest teams in the East playing each other in the first round. I don't like that. I am going to go with the Heat, though.
I always had Milwaukee playing Philadelphia. I knew it was going to work out that way. All right, Nets over Celtics or Celtics over Nets? What do you think?
Nets, easy.
How many games?
5.
I'm with you. Celtics are absolutely horrible. I'm surprised they won the play-in game, but the Nets do not play defense. So I think the Celtics steal 1 game. Tatum probably gets another 50 points to tie Larry Bird. All right. What do you got? So Milwaukee and the Nets. What do you got?
In the next round, well, I have the Heat beating Milwaukee. So.
Oh yeah. So you got who do you get with Miami playing the Nets?
So then is that what it would be? The next round would be the Heat and Nets.
Yep.
Man, it's hard to pick against the Nets. I want them to get upset, so I'm going to have to I got the Heat. I got the Heat in the final. I'm going all the way to the finals against the Clippers.
The Heat are going to be one and done, my friend. But I get Milwaukee over the Nets. You're going to take Miami apparently over the Nets then.
Okay, so you got in the final then, Milwaukee and the Sixers?
Oh, let's talk about this. First of all, in the semi, Philly plays the Knicks.
Oh, that could be an interesting series. I mean, I want Philly to win so bad. I would love to see New York win that series, and I think they can.
I would as well.
But I think regardless of who wins that series, the winner of the whoever comes off the other side is going to win anyways, right? It's going to be either Milwaukee, Miami, Brooklyn. Any one of those teams will beat Philadelphia and New York.
By the way, we don't want the Knicks because, as Stephen A. says about the Cowboys fans, the most obnoxious fans in America, the Knicks are the second most obnoxious fans in America.
Right.
All right, so you see Philly beating the Knicks, and they go in and play your Heat, and you think Heat still win, and they go to the finals.
Yep, I got Heat Clippers in the finals. I'm sticking with that from last week.
All right, I'm sticking with Milwaukee versus the Clippers myself. I don't see the Heat getting out of that first round.
All right.
They're brother.
Playing better than anybody right now. We'll see.
Hey, tell the fans where you are right now because we see a lot of stuff in the background.
Yeah, there's a little stormtrooper action going on in the background there. It's we're down in Orlando. Just a little weekend. We're gonna do a little Epcot Center tomorrow, and then we're gonna be drinking around the world, as they say. Tomorrow.
Yeah. I think Valeska passes out after the third country.
All right, well, we'll see. I doubt it. She's a trooper this month. No pun intended with the stormtroopers. But we got some of our fans coming down. We got Tom and Katie coming down. A couple fans.
Nice.
They're going to be down here. We're going to meet up with them tomorrow, so it should be fun.
Nice. Well, no more mulligans for PB fans. He's going to be drinking. All right. See you next week, PB. Have a good time.
All right, go Bees tonight.
Yes.